My name is Darby Agavino, and I work in the Writing Center at North Park. I'm so glad that you're watching this video on what to expect when you're in a writing conference. In this video, I'll act as the writing advisor, and Jenny Ingersoll, the Assistant Director of the Writing Center, will act as the advisee. We'll act out some of the important things you need to know and questions that you might ask about what it's like to be in a writing conference. I hope this video is helpful and informative. All right. Hi, Jenny. Welcome to your conference. I'm your writing advisor, Darby Agavino. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, it's nice to meet you too. I know that my professor assigned you to be my course assigned writing advisor, and then they gave me your Calendly link and I made an appointment, but it's nice to finally know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too. Thanks for making an appointment so promptly.
Yeah, well, my professor said that they wouldn't accept my essay until I met with you as my writing advisor, so I knew that that was important. Do you know also, when is my essay due?
Yeah, I don't know exactly when your essay is due, but you can check your course schedule or your syllabus. It should be in there.
Okay, thank you. Are we going to do this for all the essays in my class?
Well, that really depends on how many essays there are in your class, but we'll definitely do it for at least 3 of them.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for submitting a complete draft to me.
Yeah, it was a lot of work, but my professor said that it was really important to try and write as complete a draft as possible, like with a thesis and lots of body paragraphs and my works cited page or bibliography, whatever that thing is called. So I wanted to make sure that I did that. Um, if I get really busy in the future and I can't get a complete draft to you, is that okay?
Yeah, a complete draft is definitely better because I can give you more full-fledged comments on it. However, I can meet you wherever you are in the writing process. If you get stuck while you're brainstorming or halfway through your essay, I'm happy to meet you where you are.
Okay, that sounds good. I think my professor wanted us to fill out the sheet. It was called a writer self-assessment sheet, but I didn't know where that was at. Do you know?
I do, absolutely. So next time you can type in North Park University Writing Center into your browser and click on our website. And then at the top, there should be a little yellow orange box that has writing self-assessment sheet and or writing self-assessment sheet, sorry. And you'll click on that and it'll download the sheet and you can type right into there. You should have 3 questions to answer before our conference, kind of helping you think through any questions you have and help me know what to help you with during our conference. And then after our conference, you'll fill out 4 other questions that'll help you to think about the next steps you need to take and give some feedback for me on how our conference went.
Okay, that sounds useful. I'll make sure to look for that for the next conference we have. Is there anything else that's good to bring to these conferences?
Absolutely. If you could pull up your prompt, any readings or handouts or the rubric, anything your professor gave you for this essay can be really helpful for us to be able to reference during our conference.
Okay. By the way, how long is this conference going to take? I have class in an hour.
This conference will be about 40 minutes.
Okay, that works. You know, what if there's a time that I'm running a little late and you can't meet for the whole 40 minutes? Is it possible for me to just email you my draft and then you leave some comments on it and you can send it back to me?
Well, actually, it's really important for the Writing Center that we have a full conversation about your draft. I will get your draft. Hopefully you can share it with me via Google Drive or Outlook so we can both see the comments that I make. And then I'll make some comments on there and give a summary of my comments at the end. And then we have a conversation about those comments. This is the most important part of our conference because then we get to have a dialogue about your essay and so that I can understand some of the things that you were thinking about while you were writing and you can understand fully the comments that I made. And that gives you time to ask me any other questions about the prompt or questions about the comments that I made.
Okay, I see what you're talking about. So you'll give me feedback and we'll talk about it, and then you'll kind of tell me what the best thing is to write.
Well, not exactly. I'll kind of lead you in the right direction and help you kind of brainstorm ideas where you need to, or give you ideas for how to edit certain sections. But I'm not going to tell you exactly what to write. I really want to help you learn how to improve your writing process, not just for this essay, but for any future essays.
Okay, I think I can do that. And that sounds really useful. And it sounds like if we do all of that, I'll definitely get an A.
Well, I can't promise that you'll get an A, but we'll definitely take a look at the rubric and the prompts and try to meet your professor's expectations as best we can.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. My professor definitely gave us a rubric sheet, and it kind of breaks down what we have to do on the essay to get a certain kind of grade. So you're right, that'll probably be helpful. Oh, yeah, I know that on this essay, we have to use Chicago style citation. Do you know what that is?
I know exactly what that is. I don't usually work in Chicago style. I'm an APA girl myself. However, we can definitely look it up on Purdue OWL. It's a great resource, and I can show you how to use it for Chicago style or any other style that you might work in the future.
Oh, I remember my professor talking about Purdue OWL. Okay, I think that we should definitely take a look at that. Um, what about grammar? I know that I have a lot of grammar errors in my essay, and maybe we can go through and fix them all.
Well, I can't go through and fix all of your grammar mistakes, but when I read through your draft, I noticed some repeating grammar mistakes. And in our conference, I'm going to go through those with you and help you learn how you can fix them yourself.
Got it. Okay. So it sounds like we will meet and we'll talk about your feedback, and maybe you'll help me think of some things that I want to write on my own, and I can ask you some questions. We'll look at the citations and the grammar. Yeah, I mean, after all of that, it sounds like my draft's pretty much going to be done, right? Like I just would have to fix the big things that you point out, and then I can go ahead and turn it in.
Well, actually, I would recommend doing a full editing of your draft after our conference. I can't make comments on everything, so you're going to want to go through your essay, read it over, and make your own edits, as well as make the edits that I recommend.
That makes sense. Yeah, I guess in high school, I didn't spend very much time reading over my rough draft. I would just kind of write it and turn it in and see what happened. But it sounds like that it's better for me to take a little bit more responsibility for my own writing and develop some strategies that work well for me.
Exactly. When you get to college writing, it's really important to take that second look at your essay and make sure that you really go through and take the time to proofread and edit.
That makes sense. When should I make my next appointment with you?
You should make your next appointment in between the time when you turn in your next draft and when your essay is due. But make sure to give plenty of time before you make the conference with me so that I can be fully prepared. Make sure that there's plenty of time between the conference and when your essay is due so that you have plenty of time to edit before you have to turn it in.
Okay, I can do that. Thank you for explaining
Great.
all of this.